Today I'm going to be sharing my top 5 game-changing tips that will help you dominate in solo queue and climb the rank ladder even faster than level 10s. Tip number 1. Not practicing deathmatch right. Most players treat deathmatch as just a warm-up, but this mindset can seriously affect your gameplay. When you go into a deathmatch, you have to have a purpose. If you go into deathmatch without a purpose, you're missing on the opportunity to practice proper pathing and positioning. Proper pathing will give you a 75% better chance of getting more kills in your games alone. When I'm in deathmatch, I usually curve around corners and stick to walls and try to use my environment to be able to cover myself. Example of this is here. I'm curving around the corner and not touching the wall in order to make sure I have proper pathing in order to be covered and also protected in games. This will be very important when you're in games to be able to curve around objects and make sure you have proper movement. Tip number 2. You're not walking enough in your games. Many people underestimate the power of walking in their games, and this can severely impact your gameplay. Let's see an example of this. Our entire team died, and Old Cool is going for a kill on the main guy who was planting, then kill the guy main. It's okay to make sound during this time. You can reload, but they must stay quiet, and look what they do wrong. Them running has given the guy in the main position where he's exactly positioned, and now this situation has become losable because he's running. This is when I told him to walk, but it was too late. This blue guy on the enemy team already knows that he's there and is already for the fight. This is why it's very important to watch when you're running and start implementing walking into your gameplay. Tip number 3. Do not rush defusing. When you're in a situation where, even if it's a 4v5, 3v5, or any other different numbers, you must keep in mind, if you have a kit, it is still very winnable and you can play a lot slower than you need to. Here's an example of this in my gameplay. I made sound, but I'm staying walking. Because even after you make sound, you can still walk and still have your location hidden. I switched to the gun, that is fine. All these sound cues I'm making are fine to make because I'm ready for the fight and also still walking. And now as well, I have the defuse kit, which allows me to play a lot slower than usual because it takes a lot less time, around 5 seconds to defuse than your normal amount of time with 10 seconds. So I play a lot slower and just wait for the enemy to come to me and make a mistake. Because they're going to be desperate because I'm playing a lot slower and they're going to be questioning where I am. This will allow me to get the kill in the smoke that he wasn't as prepared for than me. And allow me to get the defuse without needing to rush anything. Tip number 4. Not communicating enough. Most people in solo queue don't call out where they're playing or what positions they're holding. And this is a crucial mistake. When you're playing in solo queue, you might not be able to have the luxury of people talking as much as they should be. So you have to compensate for that by calming everything. Does that mean being overbearing and calming too much? No. But you must calm the necessary information. And this will help you to become distracted and not get tilted in your matches when things don't go in your way. So this can be done by looking at the minimap more and paying attention to what positions the enemy is playing during the round. And why it's important to calm after death, here's an example of this. As soon as Purple got the kill in the middle of the site, he did not realize there was a guy on the left. He started to pay attention to everything else, especially, so we had to calm to your left. That calm was important because he wasn't paying attention at all to the left side and could have lost us the round. So you need to be communicative even during when you're dead. Tip number 5, confidence. Confidence is the key to performing well in any game, not just CSGO. If you believe in your abilities, you're going to perform like you're meant to. Even pros struggle with confidence, but they always maintain it by practicing and believing in themselves, outside the game and inside the game. Making sure you're mentally well before the game, like exercising, practicing, and as well having no responsibilities left over to do in order to fully focus on the game. But the way to fast forward and get this confidence is just totally by believing in yourself. Thank you for watching the video. If you found any of these tips helpful, make sure to smash the like button. It really helps me out. And if you find anything that you need help with, put them in the comment section down below.